This is a story about trial, tribulation, and struggle, but also a story about hope, purpose, and redemption. This is the story about the Good Samaritan. This story revolves around a woman named Vita Swanson and her two children, Malachi and Carissa. Their story is a tragic one. You see, recently, Vita lost her husband in a car crash and was now left alone to pay for all bills and expenses. But before we continue any further, there are a few more characters that need to be introduced. First, let's start off with this gentleman right here. This is Pastor Lionel P.F. Chang Jr. He is the pastor of the largest church in Houston and is known for his teachings about love and tithing.
Then you will give to one another. And in that sense, if you love the church, then give to the church. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah.
Woo! Preach, Pastor.
Next is Sabatini Davidson. He's one of the most renowned worship leaders in Houston. People proclaim that he is the most genuine and sincere man in town, with the voice of an angel.
Yes.
And lastly, we have the church janitor Ping. Ping works hard to make sure that the church is clean and ready for service. He's always the first one to arrive and the last to leave, often staying past his shift with no overtime. Sadly, hardly anyone recognizes his hard work, and he is often forgotten. Now let's get back to Vita Swanson and her kids. One day, Vita Swanson was bringing her kids to the daycare so she could run some errands.
Oh, hey, it's you guys.
Yeah, would it be okay if they could take them in today?
Well, look, lady, you still owe me money from last week from watching them.
I know, I'm really sorry, and I'll get it to you.
Okay, just this one time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
After dropping the kids off, Vita Swanson decided to go buy groceries for dinner. But little did she know, there were a couple of guys who were up to no good and started making trouble in her neighborhood.
Give me some money, man.
I ain't got no money.
No money?
I see somebody pulling up.
Where?
Oh, yeah, let's get her.
Yeah, let me get that.
The thugs beat Vita Swanson unconscious and stole all of her belongings.
Hey, get her back!
Vita laid there helpless for hours. While practicing his sermon for Thanksgiving, Pastor Lionel P.F. Chang Jr. walked along the road where the woman laid. He noticed her there. He paused, but made no effort to help and continued on.
The poor widow has put in more than all the others. All these people gave their gifts out.
Moments later, Sabatini Davidson was walking along the road while singing songs for next week's service. He too saw the lady on the ground, but did nothing. After a long shift, a tired and exhausted Ping walked along the road and saw Vita Swanson on the ground and immediately sought to help her.
Hey, what are you doing here? I just got off for work. What happened? Are you okay? What happened?
Ping went out of his way and brought Vita Swanson to the nearest hospital and spoke with the nurse.
Help! Help!
What happened?
Hey, nurse, if I can get some assistance. This young lady got hurt. I don't know her, but this is all the money I have. I just want you to take real good care of her. You can do that, please.
Yeah, of course.
Vita Swanson was hospitalized for multiple head contusions and monitored for 2 days. The nurse said because of Ping's willingness to help, Vita Swanson's life was saved. Vita Swanson was forever thankful for God putting Ping on her path.
Hey guys, hope you guys enjoyed our skit from FCBCA. Just want to give you a quick little summary of what's going on here. We did this skit according to Luke chapter 10 verses 25 through 37. In this story you see the Good Samaritan at work, and what we want to challenge you this year as you're celebrating your Thanksgiving holiday is to be the blessing to those who are hurting. If you would just open up your eyes you would see that there's a lot of people hurting that we may come across through in our daily lives, or maybe people in the church who things may look like everything is going all right, but it's not. So what I want to challenge you to do is to be that blessing that God's called us to be. So to be that good Samaritan to those who are in need. So challenge you that this year, as God has blessed you, I challenge you to be a blessing to those who are in need. Thank you.